Hello and welcome to a new episode of Airport CEO here on BongoPlanes. Now this is Terminal 1 and that is what we've been working on for a while. We have a quite nice schedule here, mostly custom made, which means putting in a lot of flights, which also means there are still some gaps here and there. But basically it means this side is running mostly okay. There are still a few things here and there. You can actually see one message right now, but most of them kind of solve themselves pretty quickly, so nothing too serious. So that is great. So that means today we can start working on Terminal 2. But before we get going with Terminal 2, which we of course will place over here in this lovely area that we have completely free, I want to show you another gameplay that I have made where I basically tried out some different styles, what we could do for Terminal 2. So check this out. So this is a test setup that I have been working on for a while. I have two different concepts in it, and I want to show you both very quickly. Basically here people would arrive at ground floor level and pretty much immediately go up to the first floor when they arrive. The first floor would be looking something like that. So people will come up the stairs here and there would be a check-in area, and then on the side there would be the security check, from where they then could walk to the gates, which would be along the terminal building. Fairly simple. Of course, when they arrive, they would come in here on the first floor, take the stairs out here at the exit, so they would leave the security zone here, go down the stairs, come down here into this room where we would then have the baggage bay or baggage belt areas. The baggage bays, they would be here at the front at ground level, and thereby really close to the aircraft stands. This is a setup that I've been trying out and has worked kind of okay, but there have also been some issues. I have also had some remote stands which I have put on the side of the building. In this case, people would arrive here at ground floor, go upstairs, check in, go through security, come up here, go down these stairs or elevators here, and then even further down, one level down here, where we then also have a bit of a shopping area and the boarding desks for the remote stands down here. People would go through here and then again take stairs upstairs to this area where they could take the bus. Now that worked out not as well as I had hoped so, but I think we could improve on this a little bit. The other concept that I had is over here. In this case, people would arrive and immediately reach the check-in desks on ground floor level, then go to security again on ground floor level. From there, they would then take the stairs upstairs and be at the boarding area. I think, if I remember correctly, also here I should have some remote stands, which I then put over here, flipped around. So in this case, people would come in here, check in, go through security, take the stairs upstairs, come over here, and then they would have to go downstairs again, one more level again, end up here, and then they would have the boarding desks. In this setup, I then also including a staff room and a toilet. And they would go through the boarding desks and then again up the stairs, come up here, and then have the bus taking them to the remote stand right here. So these are kind of two different areas. In this case, also on the ground floor, I would then have the baggage retrieval area, but on the side, so people when they arrive from the aircraft, they would come in through here, the jet bridge, come in here, take the stairs downstairs, come out of the security zone and then to their baggage bay and then leave outside here. I never really fully finished this build, so I never really tried it out, But there are some things about this that I like more than with the other build that I did. But I think in the end it will be probably this setup that I will try to make for our Terminal 2. So with that, let's head back to our airport. So with that, we are back here at our little airport, which we hopefully can make a little bit bigger. Now, the first thing, of course, we need to have our foundation for the terminal building. Now, I tend to have some more GSE stuff down here, so I don't want to get too close to that. And I also want to be able to have enough space here on this side for roads and also all other stuff. So maybe we should try around somewhere here. Also, I think on this end, on this side, I want to make the building quite wide because I also want to have the ability to add some remote stands on this side or this end of the building. And then I think basically we'll have a large welcoming hall on this side. And then just have an arm out of it. Something like this. I think that is the idea. So this should house most of the technical stuff: check-in, security, baggage bay, and all that stuff, remote stands, and so on and so on. And then we have an arm here out for more gates. Right. So the first thing I want to do after having constructed this, I actually already want to add the no, not the taxiway, but the parking, the stands, the aircraft stands. And let's take concrete. And let's see, so we have the jet bridge there, so we could actually do something like this, maybe, yeah, like this. That should be fine. Because the reason why I want to add these stands now is that that way I know exactly how many stands we will have at the end, and thereby I can plan exactly how many check-in desks I need, and so on and so on. And I think we will add just another one here. And if we then want to expand on this, we could either expand the building here on this side, or we could simply add another hall further down here and then have another arm growing out. We will see how far we get with that once we get a little bit further into the build. So I don't know how exactly or how much we'll exactly manage to finish today, but I think if we can manage to get at least the foundations ready, I think then we have done a good job and we can be satisfied with today's episode. I always tend to try to squeeze in too much, and I end up doing only half of the things I announce, so I will try to be a little bit more conservative now, announcing what I want to do. Alright, so what I also know already is I will need to have a first floor, but I'm not entirely sure if I need all the way over here, but I know for sure that I will need a first floor covering this all the way down. That is 100% sure. So we will add that. What I also know is I will need at least, at the very least, I will need some here on the ground. But I'm not entirely sure how much I will need here. But let's just add like this for now. There will be probably a little bit more for the baggage system, but for now that should be fine. This, of course, will become the area for the remote stands, basically for the gates for the remote stands. All right. So now that we have planned that, so basically people will come from this side, head in. And I showed the build before. What I kind of liked with that is actually having the security zone here across the building, I guess. It gives us the opportunity again. Here we can extend it if we need more. And we have then just all of this can be check-in area. Although we don't need all of that, we could actually take half of it being check-in area, and then we could have a baggage retrieval on this side up here. So yeah, that's the idea for now. Right, let's see. We need some roads as well to go up there. So let's see, we need a public road. That would be this one. That will go up here. And I think for now there are still some messages coming in about the other side. Let's see where we're ending up. Over here. And I think it is solving itself, to be honest. I have enough stairs. I should have enough buses. But they seem to be a little bit slow sometimes reacting. So I get these error messages that the stairs haven't arrived. And when I then look at it, the stairs arrive. I've even added another depot here, and I've even assigned it to stairs and buses so that it would be closer to them, to the aircrafts here, but it still seems to be a little bit slow in response. So I'm not quite sure what I could do here in improving the response time of buses and stairs. But it seems to work. We do get the error messages, but most of the time they solve themselves like within a few seconds after the error message occurs, so I don't think it's a huge problem. And the schedule that we've been running so far has worked out pretty alright. I haven't had any notifications about aircraft being delayed or stuff like that, so that's always a good indication that it's running over here. Alright, back to Terminal 2. Let's see, I think we want to spin the road around. I think again we want to have some space outside here. Some footpaths, then we want to have some parking and buses, so I think around here. Alright, so we go up here, and then we have the connection down here. Alright, so that gives us some space to work with. At some point, then actually we could just do it immediately, just spin the road around, so then we'll have a nice circular road, although this is not very circular. But you know what I mean. You get what I mean. How's the sound? I don't know how the sound is. I hope the sound is alright. I'm actually right now sitting in a hotel room in Copenhagen, traveling again a bit, and I just wanted to be sure that I had the episode ready for you guys on Sunday. So as I only get home at some point Sunday, I don't know exactly at what time, I'm again pre-recording it. Right now it's Friday. It is Friday, so yeah. I decided to just record this episode today here in a hotel in Copenhagen. So I hope the sound is okay. But realistically, I will only find out after the episode. But I am sure it will be fine. Anyway, let's see. We want to add some bus stops, which are not airside shuttle bus. Here, just a regular bus stop. Bang, perfect. Let's see, spin this around. And let's do it like this. And then we have some space here for, well, you will see for what in just a second. Did I? I think I need to remove this one again. There and like this. Perfect. Alright. So, I don't know. I feel like in the last few episodes, it's always been just before or around traveling for me. What about you guys? Do you have any plans to travel anywhere? Maybe you're traveling right now. Maybe you're on vacation as you're watching it. If so, I hope you have a nice vacation. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. So we have our, what do they call it here? Sidewalk. Yeah, I guess we can call it sidewalk. I mean, what else should we call it? Footpath? Yeah, could call it footpath as well. Anyhow, let's see. Alright, so the idea is that basically we have these spaces between the bus stops where we can add some sidewalk, as we have learned now the game is calling it. And the reason I want to do that is because, let me see, no check-in desk. That should solve itself. It should solve itself. It has so until now. And there should be enough check-in desks as well. I'm not quite sure why this is still popping up. Anyway, the idea is now that we have the bus stops and then we have some sidewalk in between, because then we can have our crosswalk. And the reason I want to have that is because... No, that was the wrong space. There we go. Alright. It's because then we can add more bus stops on the other side as well, and people can cross over and be happy. And we like happy people. We want happy people at our airport. Alright. Of course, the exciting thing with this new terminal that we're now building, one that it will be a little bit more structured than the first one. I mean, that's not difficult, but yeah, is of course that it will allow us to add a few more airlines. So I know you've already suggested some in previous episodes, but hey, feel free to suggest more, because I think now is a good time. Then we can, you know, collect some suggestions, and then we can take a look at it when we are getting closer to opening this part of the airport. So yeah, just drop them in the comment section below. Right, let's see, what should we do next? We could start looking at, so people will come in here, and then we have the security zone. So we should maybe add some secure zone, because I think we could add the security already. I think I've made this hall quite large, but again, it's good, it's all good. So we don't want to take too much space here, because basically people will just, after security, they're basically just going straight up to the first floor. So this doesn't need to be massive. So maybe this is already enough. Maybe this is already too much, but let's just take it for now, like this. I think I've made this really big. I think I made it bigger than I realized, but maybe not. I mean, I always tend to run out of space, and then, so it's fine, it's all good. We can make it a spacious, luxurious airport. Why not? Alright, so let's see, we will take the medium. We could add a small one at some point, but that would only be for staff then, so they could have a separate entrance. I think that could be quite nice. Now I also need to leave a little bit of spacing here, because up here the people would come from downstairs to take the airside bus. So we can't put it all the way over here, which is okay. But this is maybe, no, I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more, because we also have to add some stairs. So let's not be too hard on ourselves, and let's just add another bit of secure zone. All right, and now we will take the mediums security checkpoints, and then we will put them over here. Yeah, actually also for now Terminal 1 seems to be quite fine with the amount of staff that I have, which I think is the first time that I have an airport running with medium stands and the game not complaining about that I don't have enough staff, which is amazing. It's just fantastic. But that will be a huge challenge for this side of the airport to make sure that we don't run out of people. We won't run out of people, but not having enough people. We can always hire, but most of them are really bad according to the game. But yeah, that will be a huge challenge to get enough staff in to actually run this properly. So that will, I look forward to it. We will manage, but it will be a challenge. Now, I think that should be enough checkpoints for now. We have all of this if we need to extend, but for now I think we leave it like this. Alright, so that means we actually also already know where we can put our wall. And yeah, as long as we don't put more security checkpoints in, we can just leave the wall like this. Alright, that is great. And like this. Perfect. So people would arrive here, and then they need to go upstairs. So we need stairs. And I think we will take the escalators. Let's see. Of course, we can't cross different zones because up there it's not secure yet, but we will make it secure now. And then we will have solved that issue. Let's see. Oh, that's a huge chunk. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, there we go. Took a while, but we got there. Boom. Construction-wise, there's still a lot of things to do. The workers really have cut out something here. They really need... there we go. This is annoying. This is one thing I hope they will fix. When you are inside the menu here, having selected anything really, and you then switch floors, you kind of activate the search tool. So when you then want to move around, you see now, I want to move around, but I'm just writing, basically searching, and that's just nonsense. I don't know why it does that, but it does it, and I tend to do that quite a lot. And it's a little bit annoying because it's fast just to be inside the menus to pick something and then switch the floor and continue to work with it. But then you have to select it again, so you're not in the search tool, and it's not super handy. But still, I love that we have the multi-floor update. It's such an amazing thing. It's just fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. So I will never complain about having the multi-floor update. But still a few small things to fix here and there. But they've already sorted out a lot of things, which is great. I mean, this is still an alpha. Who knows if they will ever finish it, really, but I mean, I don't think you can complain. Considering how many updates they've already given us this year, I think it's great. I do absolutely think it's great, and it is worth supporting. I've read a few comments about people asking where you can get it and stuff like that. Honestly speaking, of course, you can always get it, you know, a little bit dodgy places. But I think this is a great project. I mean, this is a nice game, and if you're in any way interested in like aviation and stuff like this, this is a perfect game. And it's, honestly speaking, it's really worth supporting, and spending a little bit of money on a game doesn't hurt anyone. And it helps the project along, because obviously they can't develop if they make no money. So yeah. That's just a little side note. Anyway, we were thinking about escalators. That's what we came for. Can't land as stand. Small aircraft stand 14 is still occupied. Why is it still occupied? That would be... Well, I honestly, the small stands I don't care about. I will remove them anyway at some point. But yeah, okay. Small problem still over at Terminal 1. Small problems. Anyway. So let's see. We want people to go upstairs. I don't want it to collide, although, with our future jet bridges. So we need to be a little bit careful with where we place the escalators. And do we need to? Could we just put them like right here? No, that's not. Okay, this is something I need to think about. How do I want to do that? We could add a few. We don't need to have them all at one place. We could do like... So we have one... So there will be a jet bridge here. So there could be an escalator... here? There could be one here. And the next jet bridge will be all the way over here. So there could be another escalator... here. I think that could work out. And then we could put... another escalator maybe here, like this. And then if we wanted to, well, actually not if we want, we could just do it. Why not? We could put it then, wait, how much space did I leave between here? One escalator plus one line, so like this. I think it was like this. Let's check it out. Yeah, okay, perfect. Interesting. Let's see how this worked out. Okay, so the first thing, of course, we need to do is we need to close those, because there's no need to have our our poor security staff to run all the way over here 2-man security stand that is not needed for the moment. So as soon as I finish that as well, I will shut it down. I will have finished in any second now. I could also just speed up the game. That would be an intelligent thing to do. If you have a big construction, speed up the game. Sometimes, honestly speaking, guys, I kind of forget the most simple things. Anyway, let's continue. So then we need to add some more security zone down here, because there will also be a secure zone like that. Perfect. Right, let's go upstairs again. So we will have the escalators here. What's this? Why is it looking like that? Ah, it's because it's already constructed, of course, and the rest isn't. Interesting. All right. Can we already upgrade those? We should be able to, no? Upgrade stand. Build jet bridge. Jetway. Jetway? Did they call it jetway? Build jetway. Alright. I mean, that's also one. Actually, it's not that common. I think in the aviation industry, they're normally quite disciplined when it comes to naming things. But with that specifically, I think I've heard 3, 4, 5 different ways. Jet bridge, jet way, air bridge, so on and so on. What do you call it? Let me know in the comment section below. What do you call this? What is your favorite terminology? I don't think I have one favorite. I think I switch it every time. But maybe you have a specific, maybe you know the correct one. If you know the correct one, the one that is the actual terminology for that little thing here, let me know in the comment section below. But let me know why it is the correct one and not all the other ones that we have for it. I think that could be a fun discussion in the comment section below. People getting angry at each other because they call it differently. Oh my. No, I mean, look, normally guys, I think always you guys are super civilized. I think it's been really, really rare that I have had to intervene with any comments on my channel. I think I'm really, really lucky in that way, that I think people are just mostly positive, helpful, kind. And that's really fantastic. It really, yeah, it is fantastic. I don't think I can complain about that in any way. So keep up the great commenting. I do appreciate it. But actually, I mean it seriously, because I mean, you know, YouTube is a strange place, and there are some channels where the commenting is just crazy. And luckily, I don't seem to have any of that, and I'm really happy with that. I am really happy with that. All right, so we are slowly adding all these jet bridges. I will just call it for now. You can correct me in the comment section below. So yeah, guys, we have broken ground for Terminal 2, and we are working our way through the many things we need to do for well, reaching a state where we can open this terminal and get it operational. But we will get there, and I will do my best to get there fast. And this is interesting. See, now you know which hotel I'm staying in. Have I just lost connection to internet? I think so. Closed, yes, accept, done. Interesting, the game seems still to be running. Very good. Well, you weren't supposed to see that, but I don't think there's any harm done. Anyway, guys, this is it for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed. We have broken ground for Terminal 2. We are getting going with this side of the airport, ignoring the few issues we still have at Terminal 1, although this is running mostly smoothly. So that is good. That is very, very good. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, if you like this video, then smash the like button. That really helps us out. If you're new around here, why not hit subscribe? If you have any suggestions, always feel free to leave them in the comment section below. They are really much appreciated. And with that, thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon again. I'm checking out, and bye.